Oh, I'm already psyching myself out, but we're just at the top here. Let's do a quick cast of Nectar Mutation and see where that leaves us. We don't have great AC. That shouldn't matter quite so much. Also, I don't think I've ever seen the Felid Nectar Mutation outfit. That is adorable. That's a very cute onesie that we're wearing there. But yeah, our health stays the same. We only gain a tiny bit of armor class. So we'll be relying on just outputting as much damage as humanly possible. I mean, I think I can get 15 if I do it. You're gonna have to go back and watch Future Win on YouTube. Good vibes. Yeah, hopefully it is a future win here, at the very least. But I'm not sure if that means you're heading off, then thank you for sticking around. And hopefully there will be that future win for you to watch in the future. We'll have to see. But okie dokie, we could test out Lich Form right away here on the first batch. See how we fare against the first couple of enemies. We won't have to worry about Torment Death Curses, which is the main reason why we want to take this form. I mean, alternatively, we head back here real quick. We could instead use Statue Form and Resistance to Negative Energy, at least for the first floors here. It's mainly when we drop down into some of the unexpected futures that we really want to be pulling out all the stops. In fact, as I choke on my own saliva. Oh, geez. Don't inhale your own spit, kids. Not a good look. But I'm gonna do what we did for a lot of the pen and hell floors, and I'm gonna take a quick peek at the wiki here, though Tomb definitely has a whole lot at its disposal, but mainly I need to make sure that I have the right call here. Tomb 2, enter through the one-way staircase. That one should be fine. I believe it's our entrance down into Tomb 3 where things get truly scary. Large number of guardian mummies and death scarabs, plenty of reinforcements. Okie dokie. The main thing I'm scared for here is in one of my previous runs, and even in one of my more recent 15 rune attempts, we got net trapped, and I made a series of stupid decisions and died in a horrible fashion. So let's try to avoid doing that today, right? At least we are still slamming for a decent chunk of change damage-wise here. As long as we have the magic reserves, we should be okay. And of course, as mentioned in previous moments here, one of the main downsides to going undead is the inability to drink potions. But thanks to Potion Petition, we're actually in a much better boat than your average character at the very least. And so we should be okay to use that as a bit of a supplement to make up for our otherwise lacking consumable usage, or panic button usage, I guess, to put it more generally. And so far this is going well, but of course Tomb 1 is not exactly where things start going off the rails, and it's not until we get into the big open rooms full of enemies that we're going to have to start pulling out all of the stops. As soon as we have multiple enemies on screen, we can definitely start resorting to Manifold Assault. Want to kill off the mummies as soon as possible so that we don't get hit by a death curse after our Lich form runs out, because of course we did use up all of our magic a bit hastily there. Should probably be a wee bit more cautious. Hello, friends. Death Scarabs have bat movement, right. Been a while since I faced you, pals. Gotta keep that one in mind. But still looking alright so far. As soon as we have multiple enemies on screen, again, just absolutely blast them. And a bunch of resistance potions. We should really go back to that treasure trove now. And this is not quite Manifold Assault territory. Now it is. Let's get rid of all these death scarabs. They aren't super dangerous on their own, but of course it adds up pretty quick here. Ah, and this is what we're truly scared of. Dispel Undead is a bit of a pain in the butt. Otherwise, not too tough to deal with, so one thing we can do is cancel our transformation, switch over to statue form. This gives us slightly better defenses against the Death Scarab itself, and it depends on what else comes out of the woodwork here. Ooh, we do have another mummy. But as long as we can kill off the Ushabti, perfect. Now, what do we wish to do? Maybe go for an early potion petition here, looking for heal wounds and magic. No great combination of the two, but there are a couple of different heals there available, so we'll take that. Transformation is almost over as well, which means we could save up for a Lich form. And in fact, we should also just be cautious not to use up the last few magic points here as a torment hits us. Ouch. Let us instead... Could potion petition again. You know what, why not? We have tons of money. Let's play it safe here. We get magic and heal wounds this time around. That's much better. And let's just start blasting with Manifold Assault. Another Ushabti shows up, so I won't go back into Lich form like I was originally debating there, and we'll instead just switch back into statue form. Take these buddies out. As long as there aren't too many mummies, we're not going to be tormented too much to heck. And we can take these final pals off on a bit of a merry jaunt and see how slow mummies are by the fact that they can't quite keep up with us even in statue form. And now if we block this section off, I think it's probably prudent to clear out the rest of the level here before we continue on. And in fact, I think we will stay in statue form. Didn't even know that Ushabti was going to show up, but turns out very fitting that we decided on this course of action. My main thought, of course, was just to be slightly more protected against the appearance of death scarabs in large quantities. Royal Mummy, get the heck out of here. Guess we can try and take you out in a bit more of an old-fashioned way. Let's just blast you. Perfect. We're still drawing a lot of attention from that final vault. But hey, as long as we're just dealing with these buddies a few at a time, they're definitely not very dangerous, even without Lich form at our disposal. And I've pretty much confirmed to myself that we'll be saving that mostly for the final floor. Because when we come across a huge array of enemies that all have the potential to throw torment curses our way, that's when we're really going to be seeing the dividends being paid. And it's not even, I guess, just the death curses, but even the ability to use torment spells on their own is important. But we'll clear our exclusions with Control E, and let's head in, shall we? Excuse me, friend, don't do that. I guess just to play it safe here, especially since, again, we're not wearing a second ring whatsoever. The doy. Let's switch over to full RN mode, even in statue form and not Lich form. I will prevent a decent amount of damage that we'd otherwise take over the course of this level. And I think we drew a decent amount of attention to ourselves. We should be mostly cleared out. That Zot trap is a bit of a pain in the butt. Fortunately, though, we don't get any of the really negative effects. So we'll be okay here. Let's just finish these buddies off. There we go. There's one of the one-way staircases. Might as well finish off the entire level here. Don't see why not. On to Tomb 2 we go. Take another sip here. Get ourselves hydrated and ready to go. Right, so here is where the tricky part comes in. We want to just get to an upstairs the moment we get down. So we could probably use a series of blink scrolls for that. It's not a horrible idea. With 193 health at our disposal, maybe I don't even want a Lich form. These are words spoken right before disaster, of course. But yeah, if we take a quick peek at the wiki once more here, the general strategy is to just find the upstairs and immediately find your way there. Because you go through a series of ups and downs in interesting fashion here. Taking a while here because I want to be absolutely certain. This is where everything starts to go to heck here. Have all the spells we want at our disposal. Could potion petition. Could just drink a potion of haste too, though. Kind of like that idea. Let's pop down. And here we are. Welcome to heck. Let's use that magic mapping, and there we go. We find our one-way up staircase right over there. So that's the safest place to hang out. There are also no traps in sight range of it, I believe. That's pretty awesome. Normally I'm much more unlucky in that regard. Well, if that's the case, I feel like I should play it safe and head to that stairs. I'm also glad that we went the statue form route here because, as you can see, there are a couple of Ushabti in sight range. Dispel Undead definitely hits a bit harder when you're in that Lich form. Plus all these Death Scarabs on top of that, not being too much of a threat as long as we are in a good position here. Could otherwise be a bit of a pain, but let's do it. I'm going to blink over here. I think I will take a couple turns to walk over. That's tempted to try and take out some of these enemies. Maybe to start off, we'll read a scroll of summoning, bring in some friends. Box of beasts, bring in some friends. Then, let them distract our enemies a wee bit while we head over to the stairs. Perfect. Now, we can start hitting a little bit ourselves. Doing okay for health still. Doing alright. Doing okay, doing alright. It's gonna be our mantra here as we play it as safe as we possibly can. Throwing out the occasional spell ourselves, but of course, largely relying on our beautiful summons here to do a lot of the work. I mean, fortunately, this buddy is even summoning more demons on top of that, so it's a great little wombo combo. Slow and smart, you hate to die with all those resources of potion and scrolls. Always kick yourself in the butt after with a full inventory. Indeed, it would be exceptionally sad at this stage, especially 14 runes in. We've done so well up until this point. We gotta just do our best to make the difference here. There go a bunch of our summons. You know what? I'm gonna use another scroll of summoning. No problem with me there. Our transformation is almost over. We could switch into Lich form. Oh no, I think I'm gonna potion petition. I was hoping for brilliance, and we do get it. I was hoping for magic on top of that, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. I'm going to just manually drink a magic potion. And we are going to try to just hit as many of these buddies as we can in rapid succession here. Symbol of Torments could be coming in any moment. Those death curses are going to hit like a truck as well. Guess we at least are at full negative energy resistance, statue form. We are doing all the steps right. The issue is if we leave statue form at the inopportune moment here, could take a drastic turn for the worse. I'm going to condenser vein. Of course we get negative energy. That's not what we wanted, but that's okay. it's still okay. We're in all right position health-wise. I'm actually going to refresh statue form instead of resorting to Lich here, just because that does keep us in a fairly decent position, as well as not putting us at risk of a new chapter running around the corner, as well as being able to drink potions manually if we so desire, which I do right away. I'm going to drink a haste now that that's run out, playing this as safe as we possibly can. Let's go for 1 Manifold Assault, and then I'm going to Potion Petition again. You get heal wounds and curing. It's expensive, but we have all the money in the world, so let's do it. And start slapping away here. Manifold Assault still doing a lot of our heavy lifting, of course. We are getting Smote. And fortunately, again, we are Felid, so we do have some lives at our disposal. Trying not to use them now, of course, but it is what it is. Let's Potion Petition again. Haste and heal wounds, don't mind if I do. Manifold Assault. Just continually Manifold Assault. All these sons of guns, try and take them all out as best we can. And that might be us cleared through the entrance. Okie dokie. So Necromutation might not have been completely necessary to learn. I am kind of enjoying statue form for its more generalized defensive capabilities, especially against all the summons that come in as well. And not too bad. So I believe this stairwell, again, it's been a long time. This stairwell just brings us back out, and we need to go into the outside corridors, correct? Calculator, thank you so much for the tier 2 subscription. I appreciate it a whole lot. And yeah, absolutely love the support that you've shown in general for all the series here, and just showing up with your beautiful face and supporting us in general. But on top of that, the subscription as well. That's awesome. Thank you. Now we can't lose the run. Got no choice. To do you proud here. Ah, and we get marked. Okay, so I'm gonna start running back to that stairwell again, because things are about to get real wacky once more. In fact, I probably shouldn't have been using quite so much magic there. Instead, saving up for when the real flood begins. And, of course, making sure that we have that statue form available. Okay, good. That mark was not the end of the world. Whew. Not too bad. Just alarm traps galore here. And so now we head up. Let's do it. Hello, friend. Don't teleport us around too much, please and thank you. Perfect, I appreciate it. Very kind of you to accept my wishes. And onwards we go. Distortion traps can definitely be a bit of a pain in the butt, to say the least. Statue form still pulling its weight in gold, absolutely, and nothing quite as scary as that Tomb 2 entrance over the course of this, if just because we're dealing with nice hallways. Gotta love a good corridor in this game. Absolutely brilliant. And against a couple of these buddies, we should be okay. Ah, against more than a couple of these buddies now. Feeling less okay. Let's Potion Petition. Just gonna be constantly reaching into our Potion Petition bag at a moment's notice. No reason not to. We have tons of gold, and anything that keeps us alive is worth any price, really. But much more easily healed up again in this section. So again, feeling half decent. Still in high alert mode, to say the very least. Alright, let's take these buddies on a little bit of a walk here. Even switching down to regular melee attacks just to save ourselves a few magic points for just such an occasion. Perfect. There's always another mummy around the corner. Keep that in mind, kids. Valuable lessons. Valuable life lessons. Don't learn it the hard way like I have in the past. Not too bad. Don't hit that alarm trap, sir. I asked very nicely. I guess no, I didn't say please. So that's my bad. Sorry. Sorry, my fault. Hello. All the death scarabs you could possibly want. Sentinel's mark is gone. Of course, we're still dealing with the remnants of the attention that was pulled our way. And let's see. Let's start manifold assaulting. Seem to go for an early potion petition here. Magic and curing. If just so that we can keep manifold assaulting to our little cat heart's content. I want your summoner. Perfect. There they are. You son of a gun. We are slowed here. And I am going to pull out another potion petition. Haste and brilliance is exactly what we were hoping for. Let's grab that now. Gives us quite a few more casts. Wow. Not getting very many good hits off on our mummy pals here. Well, luckily Potion Petition is an Ever Spring Well. Potion of Magic as well, or on top of that rather. Let's see if that does us slightly better off, and it does not seem to. 5% chance to evade us. Only 2 pips of AC. Why am I rolling so horribly on these manifold assaults? You're definitely resistant to cold though, right? Yes, indeed. It's too bad we don't have something like ignition, because that is kind of nice for just such an occasion. But that's okay. It is what it is, I guess. Let's see, just deep breaths, play nice and slow. Heal wounds and curing, that's exactly what we wanted. Ooh, now we're dealing with the nuts. Gonna drop a smoke just to reduce the number of enemies that are smiting us at once here. These are the tough pals, to say the least. On top of that, one more potion petition. Haste and resistance, not quite what I was looking for, but we're no longer slowed at least, so that's good. And I'm gonna keep popping these potion petitions like it's hunting season here. Perfect. Maybe even just drink a regular potion on top of that. Retreat back through the fog as soon as we have too many of these mummy priests in our sight line. And we should be able to take care of 2 of you now. That mark ended up being much scarier than I intended it to, or thought it would be rather. And I was already scared when we got hit by that, so that's saying something. What's left here? Well played, thank you so much, Eggly. Yeah, I definitely wish now that I had done a couple test runs, reminded myself of exactly what to expect in Tomb, because it has been a while since I came here. But it's going well, all things considered, and slowly but surely I'm remembering some of the tricks of the trade. I want to be making liberal use of those fog scrolls, just to make sure that you're not facing off against too many enemies at once here, especially smiters in particular. There we go. Okay, before we head down, yet again, let's take a moment, recenter, take a sip of my drink while I bring up that wiki page and scan through the floor 3 tips. Okay, large number of guardian mummies, death scarabs, plenty of reinforcements in all shapes and sizes. Over a dozen of each is not unusual. Sounds like fun. So focus on making a path to the upstairs before fighting, because more and more will turn up. Grab the ziggurat figurine. I guess, yeah, we have enough blinks that we could potentially... Could potentially just try and make our way out of here. But let us refresh statue form. Take our deep breath. Start with a haste. Let's go down. I guess, right. Didn't quite have to pull out all the stops yet because we still have one more downstairs to take. That's the staircase leading up. Right, I remember how this works now. The outside is split into like 2 different categories. But still, happy to play it a little bit safe here. The haste will still help us out against the early enemies here, and ideally we don't have to use the staircase to get out of here, and can instead just take care of all these lovely folk. Right, I completely forgot about this weird split where half the outside is inaccessible. Right. But let's take a quick look at the traps going either direction. Net traps this way, some alarm at the end. 1 net trap, more Zot traps this way though, which I don't love. What's worse rather, nets or Zot traps? Probably Zot traps, because at least nets are consistent. Okay, nice, not too bad. And now here we go. This is the actual final crunch time here. Do a quick little miniature stretch here. Make sure we're operating on all pistons. And let us maybe go with a potion petition, try and get a couple effects at once. Haste and brilliance is perfect. Hurry up on our statue form. And magic map. So, what I'll probably do here is once more head straight to a stairwell. Interesting. Probably gonna accidentally get one of these alarm traps triggered heading there. But here goes nothing. And immediately we do in fact do so. We're going to use a blinking scroll to get ourselves into this slightly safer position. Perfect. Now that we're on top of the stairs, not inside the displacement trap here as well, or dispersal trap, we're going to be slightly better off. The net still is a potential risk that we'll have to try and account for. But let's start dealing with the onslaught, shall we? Lots of Ushabtis, so I'm glad we didn't come down in Lich form. And there is no time like the present. Gonna drink a might potion. Let's start slapping. Using Manifold Assault here, just to try and deal with all these buddies. We'll switch over to melee attacks when we're trying to preserve magic and wait for larger crowds to show up. Perfect. Ah, we didn't run into any of you so far. Normally I would have expected to find a Bennu. Right. Yeah, these are another reason why we want to be careful of becoming undead. Because those buddies do extra damage against undead foes with their pecs. But no problems for us here. Very much happy. Ah, and hello Khufu. We get the unique. What fun. Well, in that case, probably want to use our mirror right away. Undying Pharaoh indeed. Let's pop a mirror, put some distractions in place. I'm also going to start using some summoning scrolls again. Let's go 1 and let's go 2. Perfect. And see, I want a condenser vein, but I feel like we're going to be dealing with more enemies coming. I guess this should be a decent amount of experience. Each and every one of these monsters is such a high hit dice that this will recharge in absolutely no time. But we'll start with the Horn of Garion, bringing in a friend here. Dang it. Did that give us... Yeah, has the chance of beast being hostile, and it did in fact give us a hostile beast. Because of course it would. So, let's use that Condenser Vein, which gives us poison. RNG really going our way so far. But that is a-okay. We will deal with whatever comes. We no longer are hasted, so I think I will Potion Petition again. Interesting. Humans Curing, Lignification, Might, Resistance. I will just go for the haste alone. It's expensive, but it does put us in a half-decent position here. And Manifold Assault gets rid of the Bennu. Khufu is still a pain. Khufu is immune to poison. Oh yeah, pretty much everything in this section is immune to poison. Very unfortunate in terms of which clouds we got. I guess, ooh, the hostile hell beast that we summoned is getting hurt. Small victories, right? Okay, I'm gonna manually drink a heal potion, see where that leaves us. And let's try and deal with Khufu before too much else shows up. And a lot is showing up already. Let's Box of Beasts, bring in another pal. I'm gonna Scroll of Summoning once more here. Try and get slightly better luck. And Potion Petition. Let's get Haste, Heal Wounds, Might, and Brilliance. Sure, re-up on everything. As long as it has a Heal Wounds involved, I am very much game. And there we go, Khufu is down. Still have potential for a whole lot of death curses coming our way. We have 4 mummy priests. They're all going to be smiting us as well, so I might Scroll of Fog. See where that leaves us. Ah, right, our own poison clouds prevent the fog. I'm stupid. Oh, whoops. But that's okay. We'll be okay. Okay. Keep using Manifold Assault a couple times here. Getting lucky on some of the death curses. Not getting absolutely slammed at the very least. And I'm going to Potion Petition once more. Heal Wounds, Curing, and Magic is exactly what we're looking for. This is what all of our money has been saving up for, and we're still over 16,000, so... doing okay, all things considered. I might... I think just chug some Curing, actually. Until we had something that can smite in range, which now we do, there's no harm in me just kind of throwing those back left and right. And now let's start slapping around with Manifold Assault once more. Of course, the High Priest was waiting in the wings. Wouldn't expect anything different, but we get the double heal from Potion Petition. Applying liberal use of that God-given ability. Our transformation is still in the bright green state, so I think we still have a while. I'm under the haste dilation effect, where it seems like we've been here so long, but we've been hasted essentially the entire time. So it actually hasn't been quite as many turns as my brain is telling me at the very least. Last Potion of Magic. Let's take it manually here. Can always resort to tons of Potion Petitions when we get to Zot. So I'm happy with that. I'm mostly trying to, of course, kill off the strong enemies, but I am also trying my very best to kill off enemies before they can gather around us, because if I can keep them off of this net trap, we're never under risk of getting completely caught down in this area. Let's keep railing on here one after another. That's the last of our magic once more. Also been slowed by one of the death curses at some point there. Guessing we're getting pretty close to clearing the initial wave though. So I'm going to Potion Petition. We don't get magic, but we do get 2 types of healing, so I will take what I can. And maybe we should pop some of our other abilities here. Hey, Wad! Oh damn, Tomb, scary! Thank you so much for the 3-month subscription here. I appreciate it a lot, and definitely can't disagree with you. Very, very scary. I am not a happy camper. but we're somehow making it through so far. Double check resistances here. You are resistant to electricity, but not acid. So I think we will resort to our acid one to start off. What are you dealing now? 40, 17? That's not too bad. Mostly want to take care of that mummy before their summons step on to the gosh darn net trap. But you know what? Potion petition, give me magic. No magic. Might and brilliance it is. Can't always get what you want. One more try. Dang. We'll take resistance. That's fine. I mean, we're still in a good place health-wise. I shouldn't be complaining. You're resistant to electricity. Let's not do that. Don't really want to cast any spells because we are going to try and save up just a bit more magic here. You know what? Let's go with a Scroll of Summoning. Distract enemies for just a wee bit here while we regenerate some much needed magic points on our own. And then we'll throw out a Manifold Assault as soon as we're able to. Oh, look how big our beasts are now. Primal Sting Weird Beast. Cool. Very cool. It's tempting to step off the stairs here and start wailing away manually, but I think that's a little bit of a fool's gambit. And I'm going to play it safe and just potion petition like the coward I am. There we go. We finally get the magic. Oh, and we do take a lot of damage that turn. But now we can Manifold Assault a whole bunch in a row here. Try and clear through these enemies as they make their way in. And our summons even doing a lot of the work for us. Who is summoning you? Oh, just one of those buddies? No. What a fool. And gotta be getting close here. How many more enemies can there be? There we go. We managed to be lucky enough to have some magic points just as statue form wore off there. Not too bad. We still have brilliance. Haste has worn out, of course, but that's okay. Let's see, any more big ol' scary mummies? Not to say that these buddies aren't scary in their own right. It's Horn of Garion. Maybe it works this time. Yes, we get good guys. Go, hell beasts. Go, my minions. Kill the guardian mummy. Kill the mummy priest. Yes. Brilliant. If possible, please kill the high priest. They're the scary one. Well, I potion petition like a coward in the corner. We can bring back haste and get some heals out of it. Don't mind if I do. Wow, it's still not over, hey? It's never over till it's over. Should at least get a decent amount of change out of this, so I don't mind spending a whole bunch of money on potion petitions. And with that in mind, let's do so once again. Double heal and magic is exactly what I was hoping for. Can immediately throw down some Manifold Assaults. Oh my gosh. It really does just continue, my oh my. Here's where I'm going to go back to Scroll of Fogging, giving us a little bit of cover here. And while we wait, we can drink a health potion. Can manually attack. Perfect. Just trying our best to deal with things as few mummies at a time as possible. Dang, I was hoping for a slightly better roll there. We're in a slightly dangerous position. Could potentially kill both these buddies in one hit, but it's not a guarantee. So, when in doubt, throw more money at the problem. Heal wounds and haste, I'll take it. And now we can switch down to manual attacks. Oh my gosh. The crowd just continues. Deciding now between potion petitioning once more. It's looking like we're going to spend over 10,000 gold just clearing through this section. One of these days I'm going to get unlucky here too. But not yet. Two of those had Berserk, but one of them didn't. Heck yeah. Let us blast with the Manifold Assault. Holy crap. Where did most of you come from? Okay, it is a real, like, eclectic mix, hey? That's too bad. Shame too bad. Oh, we no longer have Brilliance. Dang, I wish I'd noticed that slightly sooner. We were spending a bit more magic than I otherwise might have desired. But, Potion Petition again. Let's see what we get. Haste and Heal Wounds. I keep spending money on Haste that I don't need to, but the Heal Wounds is what I'm going for here. And magic would be nice, of course. Let's take a couple of turns, risking just trying to actually get the kill off on those nearby High Priests. We do, in fact, manage to do so, which is awesome. Then I'm going to Condenser Vein, and let's get some good... Oh, we got Acid. Heck yeah. Okay. Now I'm with it. Fully on board. I mean, we largely blocked a lot of them with our fog clouds that were still around a little bit, but hey, I'll take whatever I can get here. Potion Petition, one more time. We get magic, we get healing. That's all a cat could ask for. Manifold Assault a couple more times here. And again, one of these days, we gotta be getting close. So, large reason why we're getting assaulted by so many enemies. I should have mentioned this earlier even, for those of you who might be watching and haven't tried out Tomb yourself. The main issue in terms of attracting monsters in Tomb is the fact that it's deathly silent here, which means any noise you make travels a hell of a long way, and you're going to be constantly dealing with more and more enemies being drawn to each and every sound that you make. So it's definitely important to keep in mind that even without an alarm trap, hitting max on the noise meter there on the top right is essentially just as bad. Oh my gosh. Have we almost done it? Not gotten the rune yet necessarily. Still have more fight to go here. But we're past the welcoming committee. Oh my gosh. Could it be true?